It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cards and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52. The one was U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were full as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaughan alongside the one and only Charles Davis and CD. Lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
2nd down, Peterson again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Peterson a 1st down and more. And down right around the 37. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
It's now 2nd and 6.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Now Peterson running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Cunningham. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
On first down, it's Cunningham. He'll drop this down to Peterson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 2nd down, Peterson able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They give it to Peterson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now. It's Peterson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson still with a nose for that end zone, scoring from a yard out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that one, a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them in practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Warner to throw. He'll find Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Play action. It's Warner. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
It'll be Warner on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Warner. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Warner from the gun. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Off play action. It's Cunningham. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Cunningham to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And his throw is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10.
the gun, here's Warner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Warner. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And the Cardinal first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Warner. A dump off to Anderson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go. Let's do this.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a throw here, hauled in. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 32-yard line.
To throw, Warner. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Warner. Found his target. It's Anderson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a first down throw, Warner. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
We got this.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Back to throw. Warner. He's got it. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Warner. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald. As the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The third quarter starts with a run from Anderson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, Anderson. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.